Welcome to Gapology Radio with your hosts, Mark Tinas and Brian Brockhoff. This is your podcast covering tactics for creating winning leadership and sustainable winning organizations. Discover more information detailed in their books, Gapology, IMBAR, and their newest release, Speed of Purpose. We can be reached at gapology.org, and our books can be found at amazon.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gapology Radio. As a reminder, our flagship book, Gapology, is available as an audiobook on Audible. So for those of you who travel a lot or just prefer to listen to books, Gapology is a great option for you on Audible. Head on over to our website, gapology.org, for more information. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this podcast going and give Mark Tinas a call.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Mark. How are you today?
I'm great. How's it going?
Doing good. Staying cool. It's almost 90 degrees today. Roasting here in Kansas City. How's the weather out there?
It's nice. It's in the 90s. Low humidity, though, of course.
Yeah, I think that's really where we differ. It's always muggy here. What would you like to cover today?
Well, so I did this talk recently around the gift of the 168. And I thought we should share it with all of our listeners. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. What's this about?
It's really part of Gapology. It's about time management.
Oh, nice.
Gapology, part of Gapology is built around things must be done when they must be done. If they're not done on time, then often they don't matter. And the gift of the 168's pretty special. So let me walk you through it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
So we all receive this gift 168 hours every week.
Oh, yeah.
The difference is what we do with it. So I try and look at each week as a new beginning, a new challenge. I look at the year as 52 weeks, 52 gifts of the 168. And I think if we break it down that way, we realize how much we could accomplish. I mean, think about what you could do in a week. So what if you viewed a week as a new challenge? What if you viewed a week as a refresh? What if you viewed a week as starting over? What if you totally reinvented everything you wanted to and created a 168 that was yours, that represented your purpose, that represented your identity? How much could you really get done? So I gave this talk, and the group connected with this like crazy. And it really did affect productivity. It was something that was talked about. Weeks and weeks later, they were bringing up the 168 and what they'd done with it. So I think it's something that we can challenge our listeners to think about and then begin to structure. And I've got some ideas around that. But before I begin, what are your thoughts around the 168 and what I've talked about so far?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's so interesting. I think, wow. Yeah, 168, I think a lot of people get bogged down into a mindset around, like they're stuck. They're stuck in situations or stuck in a particular moment in time, and they just don't know how to get out. I love this. I love the idea of, you can start a new week, start it all over, brand new 168. I love it.
Yeah, I think you could start a new life if you wanted to.
Right, yeah.
I think we don't think about that. I think that a lot of the 168 is wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
And what if it wasn't wasted time? What if it was on purpose? So let me take some notes, listeners, if you can. So what if within the 168, we carved in time each week for development of ourselves, reading podcasts, etc., and we were very on purpose about our development? It could be continuing education. It's a big deal. And what if every week we got better because of our development? So think about that for a moment. So then let's just stay there. What if we carved in an exercise routine? And I know many of you do, many of you don't. Exercise is as important as anything else we do. It's as important as the sleep we get. It's as important as the development of our minds. It encourages the development of our minds even more. What if we had a significant exercise routine carved in? I get that we've got sleep and we've got work, which may be sort of fixed. But what if we carved in time then for whatever our own spiritual needs were? Our mind, whatever that is to you, be on purpose about it, carve it into the week. What if we carved in then time with family or friends of significance, and we're on purpose about that? I think we could come out of the 168 happier and in better balance if we managed it. I'll pause there and let you comment on that.
Yeah, I think balance is really the key there. Understanding what's important to you as an individual, what really matters to you, and then blocking out that time, carving that into that 168 and doing that first. Making the things that are the most important, carve those things out first and kind of fill in the time around it with all the other stuff. But I like that term balance. I think that's super important.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the fact that we can view the 168 as a gift. It's literally handed to us.
Yep.
Here you go. Here you go. What are you going to do? And can you make a difference? Can you make something great out of the 168? So I think that's the big challenge. Is this a gift? And it's up to us to do something with it. I mean, think about this. How many of us plan their 168 to reflect their purpose in life? What if your 168 really reflected your purpose, what you're all about, the meaning of your life? What if the 168 reflected your identity so that anyone could look at your 168 and say, I know who they are. It's obvious who they are and what they're about and what they believe in. We get 52 shots at this every year. Let's make the most of it. It can literally be life-changing. Literally be life-changing if we simply change our viewpoint around the potential of the 168. I've got some other ideas, so before I go to those, I'll let you comment again, Brian.
Sure. I think you said it really well. If you use that as your lens that you're looking at your 168 through, are the hours that you're spending driving toward your purpose or away from it? Is your lens your identity? Are you driving toward what you want your identity to be or driving away from it? I think that's just a beautiful way, I think, to look at your week. And I think the 168 is a fantastic lens to use.
No, I love that. So write this down again. Here's my ideas on how to bring this to life. So plan your 168 with your purpose and your identity in mind. Whatever those are, plan the 168 accordingly. Secondly, then, limit device time. I see so many people waste time. Just waste it. Not all device time is wasted, but limit your device time. Don't let it control you. You control it. And then ensure that your priorities come to life every week. I'm adamant about the fact that development is a priority for everyone. Every week we develop, we get better, we're works in progress. Devote yourself to that. You will benefit immensely. So development becomes part of the planning and prioritizing of the 168. Exercise becomes part of the planning and the prioritization of the 168. No joke, whatever that means to you. It varies for each of us. I'm a tennis player, so I look at it through that lens. And then spiritual, whatever spiritual comfort and development means to you, carve it into your week. Make it part of your week. It changes everything, and it puts work in a different context. It puts sleep in a different context, and it brings the week to what it can be. It's 168. Let's make the most of it. Let's make it meaningful. Let's model it for others. What if you impacted other people's lives through your 168? So ultimately, Brian, what we achieve then is a balance in our lives. We achieve happiness. I believe that a great 168 creates happiness. And I believe that we'll be healthier, mentally and physically healthier, if we learn to control the 168. And again, we got a new one every week.
Yeah.
A new one. So I'll turn it to you.
Yeah.
Other closing thoughts.
Okay. Yeah. As you're going through those different kind of steps there, I was really picturing something I always told my boys. You really have to build a foundation for your life, right? So focusing on yourself first. And it's not selfish. What it is, it actually gives more back to the world. So focusing on your own mental, emotional, and physical states. And with that is your spiritual state fits in there. How are you improving yourself mentally? How are you improving yourself emotionally? How are you improving yourself physically? Those states are so important to form that foundation that you can then help other people grow. So it just made me think about that, because this 168, if we really focus on building our own foundation, I think it can really help us to achieve our purpose, drive our identity to help deliver the things that we really want to in our lives.
Wow, that was pretty good. You should record that.
I should.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that. So what if we viewed ourselves as models of behavior for others? What if we as leaders, what if we as parents used our 168 to model, to show others what could be done?
Right.
There's so much there. I mean, the 168 is an incredible gift. When I first saw that number, I said, what in the world is that? Mm-hmm. There's no way there's 168 hours in a week. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. I can do a lot with that. And I love the reset that I have in my mind. Every week's a new sporting event for me, a new game, a new set of numbers, a new chance to win. What are you doing with it? How are you changing other people? What if you impacted the lives of 10 people through your 168, how they saw it, and then they did the same, and so on and so on? It'd be incredible. So anyhow, we did a podcast on the segmentation discipline, and it's awesome, by the way. So listen to that. We documented in the segmentation discipline podcast a way to divide up your day and get as much done by noon as most people accomplish in a day, and it really works. Mm-hmm. And you can carve all kinds of crazy things into your day that you don't think are possible, but you can. You literally can. So listen to that podcast. We hope you love the 168. We, again, view it as a gift, and let's make the most of it. I'll turn it to you to close it out, Brian.
Okay. I think prioritization is such an important piece of our life. There's this whirlwind that we're always fighting against, right? All this other stuff, outside influences, outside things kind of fighting against our purpose and the things that we want to go after. But I think hitting that reset button at the beginning of the week, really looking at everything through the lens of our purpose and our identity can really help us to drive forward toward the things that we want to accomplish.
You're just on fire today.
Oh, geez.
Let's close with that.
Okay.
Well said.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Mark. Thanks,
everybody.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, that'll do it from here. Remember, if you'd like to learn more about how you can impact your 168 by focusing on your mental and emotional growth, head on over to our website, gapology.org, for more information. Everyone have a fantastic week. Talk to you soon.
This has been a Gapology production. Visit us at gapology.org.